What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony with the Wrenched Out Garage. Thank you for tuning in, and today we're going to be doing an install on the Ram Rebel. We have the Mopar 5-inch tube steps that run the length of the cab. We got these from our local Dodge dealer. A good buddy of mine works there, so I got them from him. But I'll make a link available to this product down below if you're interested in getting this for your Ram. Now, there's a lot of options for tube steps or side steps for your trucks. I went online, checked out some on Amazon. I'll put links to those below if you're interested. I was looking at the Weston HDXs, which is a steel construction, kind of a hoop style with a rock guard that lies right above it. It's a nice setup. There's the N-Fabs, similar setup, different design. And then there's a bunch of other ones. I'll put some links to those down below if you're interested. I went with the Mopar for a couple of reasons. One, OEM, I've always been very fortunate with the OEM side steps. I've had them on my Dodges, I've had them on my Fords, I've had them on my Chevys, and those guys, are the guys that design the truck, which means that the design aspect of it and fitment normally is 100%. You don't have to worry about any goofy things. You don't have to worry about brackets misaligning or having to do pretty much anything other than bolt it up. So I've been very fortunate with that, as I'm sure you have. Obviously, one of the big controversies with going with OEM or stock or from the guys that make it is, generally speaking, they're more expensive. But in this case, you know, if you compare them to like an RBP, and I'll put a link to that too, or Havoc or one of those guys, this is actually a more affordable selection. So let's dive into this and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about and what they look like. So in the box, you get two of them. Dodge did a fantastic packaging method for this thing. They really packaged the hell out of it. My hat's off to them for that. Let's put this thing up on the workbench here and take a closer look. All right, guys, so we got the Ram side step sitting here on the bench. I think they look fantastic. A couple of things to note, we'll make it super simple for you, is this curve. If you look right here, it kind of curves in, and that is where it hooks to the front of the vehicle. Now, Mopar did a lot of really cool things with this side step. Obviously, this is the 5-inch, and it's the wheel-to-wheel version. Again, links will be down below for this product if you're interested. The pads on it match the rear bumper pad, and then of course they have this like nice plastic, thick plastic that covers these brackets, so you don't have this like goofy, off-colored metal hook into it. So overall, I think the appearance of these is a really nice and well done side step. And then of course you have the Ram right here. Now for install on this, I'm going to use 2 jack stands because I'm just going to find the position or close enough to the position. It is cold outside because I'm doing the install here in the wintertime in Alaska. I'm going to do it in my driveway, so I'm going to skip through some of the install on this, but let me show you the instructions real quick. It's a super simple install. The instructions kind of show you everything. You've got the upper, you have the upper area where those big brackets go. That's where the weld nuts or rivet nuts go. And then on the lower body section is where the smaller bolts go as well. So we're going to see if our truck has the weld nuts already installed. Hopefully it does, because then all you're doing is matching this bracket up. And again, the curve goes to the front. It comes with all the supplied hardware. These are your body side or these smaller bracket bolts. There's the bigger bolts for the brackets, and the weld nuts or rivet nuts is what they're calling them right here. That'll go through the upper frame of the vehicle. Again, super simple. You'll obviously need a couple of sockets, some ratchets, or if you have a air gun or whatever. Obviously watch the torque on it. There are torque specs on it. Normally I just do these snug. I've done a lot of these through the years. And then obviously you've got your V-nuts there. Again, it's super simple. Let me show you this part of it right here. So what I'm going to end up doing real quick is I'm going to go get everything ready. I'm going to go clear out a little bit of snow, throw a coat on, get everything kind of set up, and then we'll dive into that part of the video. It's just going to be boring if you watch me set it all up. So let's get outside to the Ram Rebel, get this thing ready to go. All right, guys, so we are geared up. So a couple of tools you're going to need for this is obviously a ratchet. The sockets you're going to need is a 10.5 inch. And we're going to head out to the truck right now. I'm going to try to light it up. It's still dark out here as the hours are pretty funny as far as sunlight goes. I do have the jack stand set up. We're going to take a look at this. So here we are. As you can see, jack stands are just sitting there holding it. But that, let's see if I can show you guys. Those two holes right there are what mount to this. And then we're gonna go under the truck and take a look to see if we already have the welded bolts. So let's get under the truck. All right, guys, so I do have a light going. Hopefully you guys can see okay. I am under the truck, kind of a goofy situation. Let me move the light back. There we go. So those bolts are installed. It's going to be hard to see, but they're right on the other side of this. Right on the other side. So obviously you'll need to check your truck to see if they're in there. If not, they supply them. And then just, it's super simple to match this up. Match the body side up and then this up. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt these up. It's cold here and I want to get this done. But essentially it's all pretty much ready to go. I just got to get the hardware out and get to it. So let's go. Alright guys, so that wraps up our install of the Mopar Crew Cab 5-inch tube steps on our Ram Rebel. Super simple install. The only real hurdle that I had was it was pretty damn cold outside. In fact, I think it was about 20 degrees. And obviously messing with the camera and doing all of that stuff kind of delayed me a little bit. But overall, super simple install. I used the half inch and 10 mil to get the bolts hooked to the truck. Overall, I think it's a beautiful tube step from Mopar. These guys know what they're doing, obviously. They're the manufacturer of the truck. But the fit and finish not only is fantastic, the overall use of this thing is going to work well for us simply because I have a lot of passengers with kids, with family members getting in and out of the truck. It's going to make their lives a lot easier. Now, we do have a lot of other things that we're going to be doing at the Ram Rebel, so you're going to want to stay tuned. If this is your first time watching the video, consider subscribing, or maybe it's a 100th time, I don't know, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want to see more install videos. We also have Garage Talk, Garage News, and a lot of other content happening here at the Wrenched Out Garage. We thank you guys again for tuning in. All the stuff that we talked about today will be available down below, to include a link to our Facebook page, Instagram, and so much more. We thank you guys for tuning in, and if you guys are out riding or driving, do it safely, and we'll see you guys in the next video.